welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for deciding to click on today's video. It is going to be another In the Cart or Forgot About. These are where I talk about new makeup releases that are coming out. These are essentially my version of a Will I Buy It, which of course are always inspired by my friend Samantha March here on YouTube. I will have her channel linked down below for you, and she's such a sweetheart. What's really cool is she actually started a playlist now where you guys can view videos that are very similar to this with the same concepts, kind of other versions of Will I Buy It. She made an entire playlist of a lot of different people that are doing these. A lot of them are my friends, so I will link the playlist down below if you guys want to check it out, watch some more videos, see some other people's thoughts. I will link it down below for you guys, of course, with Samantha's channel. If you guys are ready to go ahead and get started with some of my thoughts on the new makeup releases, let's go ahead and get into it. This week with a new release from Laura Lee Los Angeles. I meant to talk about this last week, but somehow it didn't get into the video, and I think even this is out of stock now, but I do still want to just tell you guys my thoughts on it. So she is releasing two new mini eyeshadow palettes. We have the Like a Boss palette, which is more of like a neutral palette, and then we also have the Party Animal palette, which is more kind of electric and really bright colors. You can get them individually for $19 a piece, or it is $30 for the bundle. Also, Laura Lee Los Angeles is now soon going to be available at Ulta, so that's super exciting for her brand. Now, these palettes to me are, I would say, the first thing from Laura Lee Los Angeles that kind of intrigued me. I have thought about previously purchasing a few of her palettes just to review them. I know she has the Nudie Patootie and then also the Cat's Pajamas palette, and I've wanted to kind of try out something from her brand just to see her formula. I've heard it's really good, but nothing's really kind of caught my attention. I think that these mini palettes are really, really cool. I like the idea that she's also doing the minis that are a little bit more affordable, $30 for the two. I don't think it's like the best price ever, but it's not the worst price. You also get it in like the bundle pack, so you can pull it out and each one is in there, which I thought was really cool. I did opt not to purchase this one. I might wait and see. I don't know if it's going to be available in stores in Ulta, I'm guessing. So I might swatch it in Ulta and see like what it looks like, or see her other palette formula. But I think it's really cool that she came out with the minis. I kind of like this whole trend of like the mini palettes, because I'm more opted to purchase like a smaller palette that's, you know, $20, $15, than I am to purchase like a $50 palette. So that's kind of exciting that she did come out with the minis. Let me know though down below if you guys did end up picking them up, because I would love to know what your thoughts are on the little mini palettes. I haven't really watched too many reviews, so I'm not sure what people's thoughts are about them, but let me know if you guys have tried them out down below. So for the next launch, I'm of course reading off of Trend Mood. I love her page. I love seeing all her little sneak peeks. She just hit 1 million followers on Instagram, which is super cool. I've been following her page for like a really, really long time, so it's awesome to see her grow. I feel like she's who I go to for all my makeup news. I just go to Trend Mood, so it's really cool to see her hit 1 million. That's awesome. But the product I want to talk about next is from Huda Beauty, and this is the primer that they are coming out, the Matte Perfection Primer. It says that it is a lightweight, oil-free primer that is 60% water, which is interesting. It's for on-the-spot control to reduce shine, melt-proof your makeup, to make it last all day. Apply it all over on your oily prone areas for mattifying effect. This will be available July 20th, so it is available now on their website. So I typically deal with normal to dry skin, so I don't really deal with too much oil. Sometimes in the summertime I'll get a little bit oily, but for the most part I'm pretty normal. In the wintertime I'm definitely a lot more dry. I don't know what the price on this, it isn't listed on here. I'm sure if I head to the website I can find it for you guys, but I don't know. I'm kind of content with the primers that I do have. Primers aren't always something that gets me like really, really excited. I feel like I have those select few favorites that I constantly use, and I'm also pretty picky about my primers because I deal with really large pores, and I just find that I want a primer that's going to help minimize those and also give me hydration since I do have drier skin. So this doesn't really sound like something that would work for me, but I think it's really cool that she's kind of expanding her range with primers and concealers and... Sorry, my husband was calling with primers and concealers and powders. I think it's really cool when brands kind of just widen their range like that. I think that that's awesome. Let me know down below if you guys are planning on getting this one. The next launch, we got a little sneak peek of a new palette from Urban Decay. This is the Aphrodisiac palette. I believe I'm saying that right. And it has 6 different shades, so it is another mini palette, which is also really exciting. It just says coming soon. It looks like it's going to have a very like pinky, bronzy type of vibe vibe to it. I really just like the idea of mini palettes, like I said. I feel like those are really good for travel too. As long as they're a palette that I feel like you can create an entire look with, I think that that's really awesome. And like I said, I'm more one to buy like a mini palette or a smaller palette than I am like the super big, large palettes that have too many colors in them. So I love the idea of the mini palette. The swatches look really pretty on this. I'm not sure if it's something that I would need in my collection because I feel like I have a lot of colors that are very similar to this. It's definitely like a warm tone palette with like a pink in there, but I do think it looks pretty, so I will be on the lookout to see more info on this, the price and everything, but it looks like it's going to be the same size as their Petite palette, so it's pretty cool that they're coming out with different minis. So Ofra Cosmetics is coming out with a brand new highlighting palette, and I'm loving the new packaging from them. I think it's awesome. This one has a nice mirror, and it actually has a full size of the Beverly Hills highlights, and then it has 3 mini highlights. So the highlights are the Star Island, which I believe is going to be a new shade, Rodeo Drive, and Blissful. It is going to be $49, available on July 21st. So I think that this palette looks really pretty, and I absolutely love Ofra's highlighters. They are some of my favorites out of all the highlighters I own. I feel like they're so blinding and just super, super pretty. So I like the idea of having them all in a palette, but I do already own 3 out of the 4 highlights. I already have the Beverly Hills, the Rodeo Drive, and Blissful. Blissful is a little bit dark for my skin tone. I do have it, but I don't reach for it that often. I use it more for like a shoulder highlight. Super pretty for that. So this isn't really a palette that I would need, but if you guys are looking into trying Ofra's highlighters, I definitely think that this is a good way to try them out. I think alone, I want to say they're I can't even remember, I think $21 maybe, like per highlight, or $29 maybe, I'm not even sure. I know they're pretty pricey, so this is a nice way to try out different highlights if you've never tried them before. I think that it's really cool that they updated their packaging as well. I love the new packaging. I think it just makes them look a little bit more luxurious, but those are highlights that I do already own, so I won't be needing this palette, but if you guys are into bright and blinding highlights, definitely check this one out. So we got this week a new look at a new eyeshadow palette from KKW, which is Kim Kardashian's makeup line. This is going to be, it looks like a more neutral palette, a nude packaging palette. It is going to be available, it's saying summer 2018. It's going to be available on July 25th and online on the 27th. So it is going to be available super soon. I don't think this one really interests me. It is like a warm palette. There's not really any pops of color in here. It looks pretty similar. I would say it almost even looks similar to like the, what is that, the Nakey palette. What is that palette from, or the Nudie Patootie from Laura Lee Los Angeles? The vibe of that kind of reminds me of this palette with like, you have those few metallic shades and then the rest look like mattes. But this isn't really something I need in my collection. I do really enjoy my KKW Mario palette. I think that the formula is really nice on that. But I'm kind of steering away from the neutral palettes right now just because I have so many. I don't think I need to add any more to my collection. So I'm going to be passing over this one from KKW. But I will be looking forward to seeing the other palettes that she does release. I'm hoping that she doesn't kind of bore us. I'm hoping that she will kind of push the boundaries and come out with some stuff that's like pretty innovative, you know, like some new colors together or something like that. I just hope that she doesn't steer. I feel like Kylie lately has been a little bit boring with her palettes, so I hope that she kind of comes out with something more, you know, unique. I feel like this is just kind of boring, at least in my opinion, but let me know if you guys are planning on getting it. BH Cosmetics is coming out with their brand new Brilliance bronzers. I believe they do have bronzers, but this is going to be a new formula. They're going to be $10 each and available on July 25th. So there are 3 different shades. It looks like $10 is definitely a good price. BH Cosmetics has some really affordable products. I definitely enjoy their eyeshadows. I haven't tried too many face products from them. I think I tried a foundation like way back in the day and I wasn't a fan of it. I think since then though, they really did an update on their formula and things, so I have to try more from them now that I think that they're kind of trying to make it a little bit more high quality. Not that it was ever bad quality, but remember, I just definitely didn't like the foundation that I tried from them. But I'm really excited to actually maybe try one of these. I know that they are available in Ulta, which is awesome. I'm not sure if these bronzers will be right away, but probably I'm guessing over time. They do look really nice. I think that for me, the one that I would probably choose would be Cocoa Cutie. I think that would match me best, but there's 3 different shades, so these are cool. I would be curious to see the formula. Bronzers, like I said, aren't something that always makes me super excited, although, I mean, I always enjoy using them. I use them every single day, but I kind of have my, like, set go-tos that I don't always want to necessarily add one in because I feel like I pretty much use the same ones, but this is kind of exciting to see them kind of revamping their products also. L'Oreal just launched a new collection with Camila Cabello. She is a singer, if you guys don't know who she is, and there are so many different products to this line. The things that caught my attention the most were the eyeshadows. These are little individual eyeshadows, but the one that had my eye the most is Hot Havana. It looks like a really, really pretty kind of greeny gold shade. It looks very unique, something I don't really have in my collection. I know the other eyeshadows don't really impress me a ton. I know there's lip products that are a part of this. The other products from the collection just didn't really interest me as much. It looks like some liquid bronzers, which would be cool, and then also some eyeliners, but I think the thing that really caught my attention was that eyeshadow individually. So maybe next time I'm on Ulta, I might pick it up because I feel like it looks really pretty. I haven't really tried a whole lot from L'Oreal lately. They're not really a brand that I feel like necessarily always catches my attention with their releases. I do have a few products from them that I absolutely love. Their Infallible foundation is one of my absolute favorites. Definitely have some favorites from them, but for me this collection just wasn't really anything that really caught my attention too much. Moving right along, we have a new release from ColourPop. We had a lot of stuff this week. So ColourPop came out with a new collab with Kathleen Lights. This is the Zodiac collection. So this is going to have an eyeshadow palette. We're also going to have a couple of the liquid eyeshadows that they have. These are called their Supernova Shadows. And then we are also going to have a few different lip colors and then 2 different Super Shock cheek colors. So I feel like the fact that this is coming out right after the Wet n Wild Zodiac collection kind of bums me out that they're just like back to back, because I did end up purchasing a few items from the Wet n Wild collection. That should be coming at you guys tomorrow's video. I'm going to do like a first impressions with it. And I did end up picking up a few of those eyeshadows and a few of the highlights from that collection. So I feel like I'm kind of just like I just bought the whole like Zodiac thing, you know? And then these come out and it's like, they're so pretty though. But I just kind of feel like it sucks when brands do the same concept like right in a row like that, because I feel like it feels like, oh, someone's copying someone. But I feel like with things like this though, they've probably been in the production for such a long time that it's just now getting released, and it's just now happening to get released like right after the Wet n Wild one. I think the eyeshadow palette does look really pretty. There's like a greenish blue shade that looks really nice in here, but I am a little bit underwhelmed with the eyeshadow palette if I'm being honest. I feel like it does look really pretty, but it's just not something I think I need. The only things that have my interest in this collection are the Super Shock cheeks, because I absolutely love the formula of those. They're some of my favorite highlighters, and I think that the shade on the cusp looks so pretty. I definitely think I might get that one. The other one is more of like a golden shade in Fire, and I think for me that one just looks a little bit too golden for me, but the first one is so pretty. And then also the liquid eyeshadows, I've been wanting to try these out, and there is a gold one that looks really pretty. Actually, they both look pretty. I've been wanting to try out that formula, and I think I might try out maybe one of these. I might get another color, I'm not sure. I want to try out the formula, but I don't know if I'm going to end up actually purchasing anything from this collection. Let me know though down below what you guys think. Are you kind of over the Zodiac thing already, or are you really excited for this collab with Kathleen Lights? The last thing I want to talk about this week, this is from Natasha Denona, and she has a new mini palette coming out. This is the Mini Lila palette. It's going to be $25, and it will be available tomorrow at Sephora. This does look like a really pretty palette. I own one of her other palettes. I forget which one it is. I think the Aurora palette. I'm not really sure. It has like a blue in there. It's like more of like a sunset palette. It was part of her holiday collection. And to be honest with you guys, I don't really reach for that palette very often. I was really excited to try out her formula, and then although I do think the formula is really nice, I just don't know that it's something that I'm going to reach for. And I think that this palette looks pretty, but again, I feel like I have some shades that are very similar to this one. I know that it has like kind of that purple vibe to it, but I feel like I have that blue shade in quite a few of my palettes, so I don't think that this is something that I'm going to need. I love that she keeps coming out with the minis though. I think that a lot more people are more willing to buy those than, you know, her $100 palettes or her $200 palettes. So if she's someone that you've been wanting to try her products, you can definitely try out the minis. Although I have heard that the formula is a little bit different in the minis than in the full size palettes. I did like the formula in the mini that I tried, so let me know down below if you guys are thinking about getting this one, or if you're excited for new releases from Natasha Denona. And that is going to do it for this week's In the Cart or Forgot About. Please do let me know in the comment section what products you guys are most excited about. Also, let me know what products are not going to be added into your cart. Don't forget to check out that playlist as well if you want to see some more videos like this. I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. Bye, friends.